Hi, my name is Melissa, and I'm based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is in the upper northern United States of America. Professionally, I've been an external evaluation consultant in a variety of settings, including two university-based centers and a private evaluation firm. I mostly have done domestic evaluations in the areas of education, public health, human services, and I've worked with a wide variety of partners, including nonprofit, government, philanthropic, academic, and the private sector. This experience and these partnerships have given me a deep respect and appreciation for the importance of context in all aspects of evaluation work. And while I'm mostly a practitioner, I also have and do still mentor students, and I periodically publish in peer-reviewed journals. On a personal note, I'm a music lover, and I make sure my days are filled with as much music and nature as possible. I also have three children and a dog, so apparently I like to keep my life busy and fun. Also, these experiences have helped me accept and become comfortable with the hard life lesson of admitting we do not have full control over the outcome, but we can and do contribute in meaningful ways to the process. I have an adventurous spirit and a lot of energy and passion. My work, including the work that I would bring to the AEA board, if elected, aligns with my values of collaboration, integrity, empathy, curiosity, and creativity. What is my vision for AEA's role as a thought leader in evaluation, and how will my service and leadership help realize that long-term future? The thing that comes to mind for me is a quote by the famous late Senator Paul Wellstone. He said, "We all do better when we all do better." One of the tensions that has drawn me to this field from the very beginning is the willingness of this community to dive into complexity, to contribute to good and reducing harm in this world through a combination specifically of systematic data collection, evaluative thinking, and relational and collaborative learning and trust building. Over the past 5 years and before that, I have been part of some major changes in evaluation, from the size and structure of AEA's conference to the nature of sessions at the annual meeting and the TIG restructure that is currently happening. My leadership and service to realize AEA's long-term future is to hold the tension between ensuring more voices are heard and elevated with the need to make real and hard decisions in an environment that is increasingly tense and resource-strapped. In these moments of disruptive change, I believe we move forward through relational learning at multiple levels. AEA can serve as a thought leader during this time of disruptive change by facilitating relational learning at multiple levels, the annual conference, professional development and connection opportunities throughout the year, and through partnership with the topical interest groups and the local area affiliates and other evaluation membership organizations across the world. AEA is the largest voluntary organization for professional evaluation in the world, and now more than ever, we need a multiplicity of voices, facilitated in a manner that moves us forward together, strengthened by our differences. In light of today's challenges, how will I guide AEA to remain relevant, resilient, impactful in this moment if I am elected to the board? I go back to two guiding documents for our profession that are North Stars. The guiding principles for evaluators and the program evaluation standards. And I like to work with specific tensions, so that's how I'm going to answer this question. Given the challenges the past couple of years to our field, the feasibility standard of contextual viability comes to mind, along with the propriety standard of human rights and respect. The political and cultural interest and needs of the groups of and individuals that we work with have shifted in really meaningful ways. And that is the big picture context in which our evaluation work is happening. We also have deep concern for ensuring evaluations are protecting human and legal rights, as well as maintaining the dignity for all involved. It is a formidable challenge to hold the political and cultural interests in mind while ensuring dignity for all involved. And I think AEA needs to sit at that intersection to remain relevant and impactful for many years to come. I'd also like to offer the perspective of what we can learn from our own history. I have a really clear memory from my graduate school advisor as I was just getting started in a doctoral program. He was telling me about the relationship and the tie between federal funding and many people in our field doing consulting work. And told me about when Reagan had taken office in the early 80s for the first time and had cut a lot of the Great Society social programs, among other things. A lot of consultancies had to shutter, close down, or severely downsize. And so the memory of this conversation has come back to my mind numerous times these past couple of months. And I think there's a lot to learn from our own history. This is without a doubt a challenging time again for our profession. What I would bring to the AEA board is training and facilitating disagreement, ability to hold tension and complexity, and a measured, persistent, and servant leadership that is rooted in collaboration. It would be a great honor and challenge to serve on AEA's board of directors as a member at large. I appreciate your listening and your consideration of my candidacy. Thank you.